Okay, I'm Jana 3. In here, I will explain a novel, A Conversation with My Father by Grace Paley in era American literature 1009 and 72. Grace Paley was born in Wisconsin in December 11, 1009 and 2022. The Brown, New York City. She died in August 22, 2007. A personal life of others is writer, activist, and feminist. Synopsis of the story. The myth, a fictional story, narrates the conversation between a dying father and her daughter on the art of storytelling. The story uses a first-person narrative technique, yielding a personal touch and prompting comparisons between the author and the narrator. Similarities and difference. Similarities is Paley calls herself a feminist and a writer, and the comic difference between the two pairs of authors, but also by that in the second pair. And then the protagonist is a doctor, and the antagonist and her father. Analysis story. A writer sits next to her elderly ailing father, who asks her to write a simple story just once more, the kind the Maupassant wrote or Chekhov. In paragraph 2, wanting to please her father, the writer agrees, although she privately feels uncomfortable telling stories with a definite beginning and end. Everyone, real or inverted, deserves the open destiny of life. In paragraph 3, the writer jots down a paragraph story about a woman who begins doing drugs to feel closer to her teenage son, only to be abandoned by him when he gets clean. The writer further accuses her of misunderstanding him on purpose by leaving out all detail in her story. In paragraph 7, he presses his daughter for more information, and she says that the woman is handsome, with dark hair in heavy braids, and that her son was born out of wedlock. In paragraph 7 to 12. This last detail bothers the writer's father, who disagrees with his daughter's claim that the detail is irrelevant. He says he thinks that the woman in the story is not so smart, and the writer agrees that this might be true because characters often trait and others' intentions from them. In paragraph 23. Nevertheless, she agrees to try telling the story again. The second version of the story is longer. In it, the boy has a bassy brilliance that he used to launch a prodigal that celebrates a drug use. In paragraph 29. When his mother also begins doing drugs, Their home becomes a hub for other intellectual edits. Eventually, however, the the boy meets and falls in love with a STEM and proselytizing girls who runs a publication on health foods. Inspired by her, the boy gets clean and moves in with the girl, but his mother proves unable to give up what had become without her son and his friends, a lonely habit. Her neighbors continue to visit her, but she begins crying anytime they mention their our children. And then, after hearing the update story, the father notes that his daughter is funny, but can't tell a plain story. He does, however, approve of the way the story ended. Oh, what a tragedy! The end of the person. The writer protests that the woman could still turn her life around. She explains that the mother took a job as a receptionist at a community clinic where her past experience with addiction gave her valuable insight. The father, however, insists that the woman's story much and tragically, and he claims that his daughter refused to acknowledge these basic facts. There are the stories contained within a conversation with my father. One story is about a visit between a middle-aged woman and her sick elderly father. Together, they discuss fiction and the doctor's attitude toward tragedy in literature and by implication in life. The second story is the narrative the doctor tells her father. The story is about a mother who, to be close to her drug addicted son, becomes a drug addict himself only to be abandoned by the son when he overcomes the habit. I think that's all about novel a conversation with my father from me. So thank you.